Alright, welcome to the lunchtime video. Last video, I think I actually skipped the whole video yesterday, and then the day before I actually had a shorter video, and then the day before that I think I had a shorter video as well. I am kind of making a lot of, hey, good news, we got 50 subscribers now. Thank you, everybody. Oh, cool. The same cert, probably. Well, hopefully, whenever I say comments in the, leave in the comments, you know, why you were pulling out your hair and screaming at the thing I couldn't see during my video. Hopefully, you can get an answer from our 50th subscriber, Kyle. Alright, so, yeah, and the example of that, was the last video where it turned out I just forgot that you need to put family MPLS on the interfaces. I forgot that that was needed for some reason. Okay, so let's see if, okay, so number 6 has been uploaded. So yep, that's the last one. So I just created this. This is number 7. So let's pull up the lab and work through that. Right now I've got my other topology open from my network automation series, which I kind of stopped. Okay, so I got to open. Yep. All right, and I got the LSP to come up because I've got family MPLS enabled now. Yeah, so last video I was doing show MPLS LSP. The state was down, and then I was doing show RS3P session, and then I wasn't getting any sessions. The reason for this was because I did not put family MPLS on the interfaces here. So anyone who's also working towards this exam and has put some time into this section of it, there's just so much to cover. I guess you know, but anyways, would probably, I imagine, have been pulling out their hair and screaming and saying, "You fool, put this on the interfaces," but the comments section was pretty quiet. All right, so let's go ahead and yep, take a look closer. So show MPLS LSP detail. So now we have a ERO and we have an RRO. So the ERO is the explicit route object, and this is the record route object. So this is a list of all the things it needs to go through, and if it's already gone through it, it will remove it from the list. And then this is just the full list of all the things that it's going to go through. So it's like if you're driving in a car and you use a map, the RRO is the map, but the ERO is basically the next part of the map. Because if I'm using a map, I'm not going to be looking back at where I came. I'm only going to be concerned about where I am now. And so it's kind of like if you go hiking and you see "you are here," that's what a computed ERO is. It says "you are here," but a difference between that is it says where you're going to, because you're only going. It's not like a map where like you can then pick where you want to go. An LSP is set up to go towards a specific destination, but it does tell you where you are here. One way I like to look at the EROs and the RROs differently than this command, show MPLS LSP detail, is show us RSVP session, and then, detail. I like this better because you get a record route that says this, that has this placeholder here, self, for when it's talking about yourself, because otherwise here it's just a little bit more confusing. Oh, well, there's two routers in this LSP, so why is the record route, the map of everything, only showing one thing? Well, it's because it's deciding not to mention when it's itself. So if we would go out to the other router, we would see self here, and then here we would see where it came from. Let's look at that. Oops, so that's interesting. That looks completely different than how... Oh, no, that's because we've got two RSVP sessions. Yeah, so we've got an ingress RSVP session and an egress RSVP session. Now, the terms ingress and egress I learned from reading, I forget his name, but the terms ingress and egress, if you've got two routers, it's pretty easy to keep track of what those terms mean. If you think of an LSP like a tunnel, so if you were to drive a car through a tunnel, you're going to go ingress the tunnel when you go inside the tunnel, and then when you leave the tunnel on the other side, that's going to be egress. So it's the same thing for the LSP. When you enter the LSP, the tunnel, the label switch path. So path is kind of not the best word to visualize those terms. Tunnel is probably a better word, but it's not quite a tunnel. It's more of a path. But to kind of understand those terms, ingress and egress, it helps to just kind of imagine it being a tunnel, even though that's really not what it is technically. GRE, IPsec, or IP, those are in networking terms tunnels. An LSP really isn't a tunnel, but the term ingress and egress help you are easier to understand when thinking of tunnels, because it ingresses the tunnel here, and then it egresses the tunnel there. So I kind of had troubles with these terms, because I would think, oh, well, the traffic is leaving the router here, router 1, so it's egressing the router, and then it's going into the router here, so it's ingressing the router. So my understanding of these terms was flipped, and I really had a hard time understanding how you could imagine the traffic in a way so it was flipped the other way. But the way you do that is by thinking of the LSP itself as a tunnel that traffic ingresses into and egresses out of, as opposed to thinking of the routers as something like a fire hose that sprays out water, and then the water egresses the hose. That's not the appropriate way to think about label switch paths. All right. So, okay, and now, yep, here's what I was expecting to see now that I am checking the egress session. Now, I'm surprised there wasn't a second session on here. Ah, there was. Okay, it was just, I had the pagination, so I had this prompt down here, and I didn't hit space yet. Okay, so let's go through the rest of the example, and then I think I'm going to need to move on. I've given this a lot of time. Okay, so yeah, let's do all of the troubleshooting here. Oh, well, what is this? Oh, no, this is troubleshooting MPLS, so... Yeah, we're going to do this slab here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's do all the commands and read out the. Let's just read the problem first. So, incorrect configuration is a common mistake when trying to establish protection for an MPLS LSP. Protection with either fast reroute or link protection requires a per packet load balance policy exported at the edit routing options forwarding table hierarchy level. Correctly configured protection for an MPLS LSP results in 2 next hop forwarding table entries per destination, either an incoming MPLS label or an IP destination. Figure 1 illustrates a network topology with link protection and load balancing enabled to ensure that routes are correctly placed into the forwarding table. Okay. The overall goal of this network is to provide point-to-point connectivity between the two CE routers and traffic protection in the core of the network. Symptom in the network shown in Figure 1, the external symptom is that local repair is taking about 1 second to complete, which is slow. Use the show route forwarding table VPN-A destination command to check that the correct routes are included in the forwarding table. In the example output below, there is only one route installed in the forwarding table for fast local repair. There should be multiple hops installed. Okay, so fast local repair, I guess I'm not sure what that is. We're trying to learn about fast reroute. It sounds like they're kind of using the terms interchangeably. So I would think that there should be multiple next hops installed if fast reroute is working properly. Okay, but I didn't get all the way through the list of what they wanted to be configured. You can see I don't have any BGP yet. That's because I stopped after this step, which is to establish LSPs. So show MPLS LSP. And you can see I do have 2 LSPs established, Ingress and Egress. So of course it's going to be working properly on here as well. I don't even have to check. But I will anyway, and you can see, yeah, they are both up. They would have to be. Okay, so the next step would be a IBGP mesh between PE routers, loopback peering, and VPLN IPv4 NLRI. So I can do that. So we just need a BGP between these 2 routers here. That's it. So let's do that. So edit protocols, BGP, group IBGP, set. Okay, and it's going to be loopback peering, so set local address. So we'll run show configuration int LO0, set local address 68.0.2. Okay, and then we're gonna set the neighbor, and I'm gonna need to look up what address this is. Okay, so it's .4. Okay, and then yep, so that looks good. So the next step is going to be enabling the NLRI that we want to send. So network layer reachability information. And it looks like the only kind that's going to be necessary to send is this VPN-IPv4 NLRI. Which they've got listed kind of strangely here. I think it's going to be inet-VPN. Okay, and we can choose whether we want multicast, unicast, or any. Let's just go with unicast. Okay, so we've got IBGP set up on one side. Let's check the candidate configuration before making it the active configuration by using the commit command. Okay, so that looks good enough to me to commit. Now we gotta configure the other side. Okay, so local address is going to be .4 on this side. Okay, so I'll commit that, and then I'll do a show BGP summary, and hopefully that will come up. Oops, it looks like we've got an error here. So it believes it to be a external. Now I'm surprised I didn't get that with the first. Oh, I did. Okay, yeah. So protocols, BGP, group, IBGP, type. Oh, set type internal. So now I don't need to provide it an AS number because it knows that it's going to be in the same AS. So hopefully I will get no commit errors on this side. Perfect. So just need to make the same change to the other side now. Perfect. Okay. All right, so this step is done. Time for the next step, which is CE PE link running eBGP. Okay, so we've got to do an eBGP peering between the PE and the CE routers. So let's do that. So I'm gonna open up. We're just gonna focus on the left-hand side routers here, PE1 to CE1. Okay, and we'll start with PE1. Okay, and I'll use the name eBGP. It's going to be set PRAS 65400. Set neighbor. Now for the neighbor, I'm going to use .12.1 instead of the loopback address. For eBGP, there's a requirement that it can't be more than one hop away unless you add special configuration, multi-hop, and even then you've got to make sure that there's a route to get to the next hop. So it can get very complicated very quick if you don't use the directly connected physical addresses for eBGP. Okay, so I'm going to be using 10.0.12.1 for the neighbor. Okay, and I might as well do the local address. Well, it's not necessary. Alright, so it should be as simple as that. Let's try committing that. Perfect. Yeah, and I already knew it was going to be 12.2 because the other side's a /30, but sometimes having to think is not a good idea. Okay. Just blindly copying it and pasting it without having to think too hard is often the better choice. Alright. So let's see if that comes up. We're in active, we're in connect, we're in open sent. And we're established. Perfect. Okay, so let's see if the IBGP connection came up. Oops. Alright, so yep, we've got both of them established. So yeah, everything's good to go. So yep, we've got to get it running on the other side now. Oops, so it looks like I would have made a pretty big mistake here. Spent a lot of time troubleshooting. I used the wrong address here. I used the loopback instead of the physical interface. Okay, so this is the configuration that's required. I'm going to do an up, show pipe display set relative. Oops, I've already got some there. I was hoping to just copy and paste it over, but I essentially, oops, I've also got an extra command here that I'll get rid of. Okay, yeah, it should just be 2 lines of configuration, so let's do that. And move over to the other side. Oops. Okay, well, okay, I see. Oh, but it's going to be a different, okay, they're going to be different values. So peer, so set peer AS65432, set, oh, what am I even trying to set right now? The neighbor address. Okay, and that's going to be that one. Perfect. So hopefully it comes up. I'll just do it on this side so I can see both at once. So we've got one that's established, perfect, but the other one's active. So hopefully it's going to move over to active open. Yep, so open confirm is the last step. So yep, we've got established. It's going to be active open. Oh, actually, so idle, active, open sent, open confirm, established. Idle, active, open sent, open confirmed, established. Yep, those are the 5 states. Okay. Actually, I think state connect is a state. Well, anyways, it's an established. This is the IE. It's just those little pedantics aren't as. Is pedantics the right word? I think it is. Definition. Yeah. Those sorts of details are not that important to the IE. Knowing the individual states, like you just need to know that it's in established. I mean, knowing the difference between active and idle is probably important. It'll save you some time. Because if it's idle, it's just like the port shut down or something like that. So you know whether you need to check the local router or the remote router based on the BGP state. Okay. Alright, so we've finished that. We've got eBGP configured. So the next step is a full mesh layer 3 VPN between CE1 and CE2. Okay, so that will require some configuration on PE1 and PE2. Okay, so I'm going to try to wing this like the other ones, but I might need to go and check the answer key. So it's going to be edit. Oh, let's see what I got so far. Okay, I don't have anything so far. Okay, so edit. Routing instances. And then the instance name is going to be VPN-A. Okay. So Juniper makes it pretty easy on you. You can do a show pipe compare and see. Oops. Actually, I don't have anything in there yet. Let's do. Oh, we're missing an argument. Let's set the type. So we're going to set instance type, and it's going to be a VRF. Okay. Now, Juniper makes it pretty easy because you can just do a commit or a commit check. It doesn't really matter. The difference is if there's no errors, a commit will actually put it into the active configuration, whereas a commit check will not. I know there's going to be errors, so it's probably safer to use a commit check if you actually don't intend to make your candidate configuration the active configuration. But especially in the lab, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, so route distinguisher must be configured. Yep, so let's configure the route distinguisher. Okay, and we can do a number of things. Let's do the IP address of the loopback interface. So run show int hello sudo. Oops, show configuration int. There we go. And now set route distinguisher .2. Yep, and now I need the second part. So let's do :1. Okay, we'll do another commit check. See what else it requires. So it requires a VRF import or VRF target. Let's do a VRF target. Okay, so yep, so we're going to do target, and then it's going to be 1, 2, like this. Okay, so configuration check succeeds. Okay. Now I forget what makes a good VRF target, so let's do a help for that. Okay, so here's an example of a VRF target that they use, 69102. So it looks like the one I used, 1:2, will be totally fine. Now, I do believe they need to match across routers. So let's make things a little bit easier and show configuration, routing instances, pipe display set, pipe no more. Okay, so yep, everything's going to be the same. I think the route distinguisher is going to be different because it distinguishes the routes. So we'll try setting the route distinguisher to be different. But the route target does need to be the same, as far as I know. Okay, so that took. So let's see if this came up. Okay, so we don't have anything in there yet. Is there like a show L3 VPN, something like that? Nope. Show VPN? Nope. Show virtual chassis maybe? Nope. Okay. So I'm not sure how to check my configuration. I mean, I can do this command, show route instance VPN-A, but I don't get anything when I do that. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's just do a show route. Yeah, I don't have it up there. Okay, but I do, but do I have a full mesh layer 3 VPN? Let's go down and look at the answer key. I'm kind of running out of time anyways. And I haven't gotten to this section yet. This is going to be the next section, VPNs. So now I did study this for the outdated version of the exam. I have a whole video series on this sort of stuff up already, but that's why I got as far as I did. So expecting to go farther is a bit too much of a lift right now. Okay, so here's the answer key, if you will. Oops, so yeah, I forgot to add the interface to it. Oops, I forgot to put my eBGP configuration under it. Yeah, I really messed this up. And I knew all of those, but it's the kind of thing where like I look at the answer key, it's like, oh yeah, no duh, instead of being able to just know it intuitively. I'm not there yet. Hopefully I will be after I get through this next topic. But the current topic I'm on is MPLS, and clearly I need a lot of work there if I forgot the family MPLS. Okay, so unfortunately I'm going to need to tear down my BGP configuration because it does not belong in the default routing instance. It belongs under this special routing instance, which is a VRF. The default routing instance is a VRF as well, as far as I understand. Actually, it might be a virtual, but anyways, I'm going to require some configuration to be removed before I add this. And if I don't do that, I'll get error messages. Well, anyways, I'm just going to do that. So delete protocols MPLS group. I'm not sure if I would get error messages or not. Okay, so that's the stuff I've got to get rid of. Okay, and you can see I've already got instance type VRF. Now they don't have a route distinguisher, which is really surprising. I'm pretty sure they need one. I'm pretty sure if I follow exactly what they have, it will say that I need a route distinguisher. I guess I'm tempted to just try that because I'm curious. So I think I'm gonna try it exactly how they have it. No route distinguisher, no VRF target. Well, they do have a VRF target, but it's an import-export statements. So I'm gonna try it exactly how they have, but I don't think it's gonna work. We can leave a downvote to Norman if it doesn't work. All right. Okay, so we're going to add G002. Okay. Okay, so that's the AS that this router PE2 sits in, and then just the string 100 for some reason. I would have been a bigger fan of the string 1 instead of 100. Okay, so we're done configuring the VRF target. Time to configure EBGP, but under the VPN-A routing instance instead of the default routing instance as I had configured it before. Okay, so it's not quite everything that's required. These statements here are not currently defined. You can see, oh, wait, what? Why is, well, let me see what's gonna happen. Oh, and I'm sure a lot of people who have used Juniper have seen this before. To get rid of that and not have it save a file, which is so annoying, you can hit Control-C, then Enter, then Q. And you can do a file list. You have to do a run file list because I'm in config mode right now. And you can see here, oops, I got it, I did show and I made the mistake that everyone makes. So to get rid of that, you just do run file delete. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's see if this commits. Yeah, so route distinguisher is required. Now, perhaps they'll say that it's just a sample output. It's not the full thing, but still, that seems, that's worth a downvote. Okay, so quick and easy downvote. I'm going to need to take a, well, let's actually put a route distinguisher on here. Okay, so now if it, oops. Ah, perfect. So only loopback interface is supported. Oh shoot, in Triton mode. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I've got to change the, oh, I missed the, no. Oh, maybe it's because I didn't enter my license key in. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to need to enter my license keys in. I think I'm gonna stop this. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop this video because I can't commit. So there's no reason in going over to the other one. I'm gonna need to come back later, maybe after work or sometime over the weekend, and add my licenses to all of these. Otherwise, I can't use VRF routing instances unless I have loopback addresses. So. Yeah, but I can do that. I think my licenses are still valid. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.